Good morning, all.
Good
Good
morning,
morning, sir.
sir.
So, in the last part of so hope so that you are able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
So, in the last part of this kinematics, we discussed about that term velocity and what are the different type of velocity that we are using depends upon the like situation. Like if velocity is a constant, then we'll write this velocity is equal to nothing but distance divided by time. And velocity is a vector quantity, so the direction of velocity is nothing but the direction of displacement. Then we discussed that if the velocity of particle is not a constant, if it is keep on changing with respect to time, then we can find out the value of instantaneous velocity that will calculate by using this equation ds by dt. So if you are having a function for a displacement as a function of time, like if you are having a relation like displacement as a function of time, and if you are differentiating displacement as a function of time with respect to time, then we'll get what about the value of this velocity, which is known as rate of change of displacement. And then we discuss that if it is another way to find out the velocities, we'll find out the average value. So we'll write this average velocity as equal to nothing but total displacement divided by total time. So that will give the average value. So either we can find out instantaneous value or average value when velocity is not a constant. If velocity is constant, then only we can write this equation velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Now I'll discuss how to find out the value of this average velocity in different situations. So just write down one question. Just write down one question. If a particle displaced by 20 meter, a particle displaced by 20 meter in 8 second and 30 meter in 2 second. A particle displaced by 20 meter in 8 second and 30 meter in 2 second in the same direction. Calculate the average velocity. Calculate the average velocity.
Sir, 5 meters.
5
per
meter
second.
per
5
second.
meters. Sir. 5 meters per second.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, bolo.
sir, what are you teaching now?
So over here, we can say that it is displaced by a distance of 20 meter in 8 second and 30 meter in 2 seconds. So RM is to find out what about the value of its average velocity. So we can directly find out the answer because a 20 meter travel kar raha in first 2 seconds and traveling a distance of 30 meter in next 2 seconds. So we can take it as total displacement is nothing but 20 plus 30 and total time is nothing but 8
10
plus
seconds.
2. So we can write this is equal to 50 divided by 10. So that will be equal to 5 meter per second will be the value of average velocity. So I think it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go for normal equation, total displacement by total time. I can write next question down. If an object moving with a velocity, if an object moving with a velocity moving with a velocity, if an object moving with a velocity 20 meter per second, 20 meter per second for 2 seconds, and moving with a velocity and moving with a velocity 30 meter per second, 30 meter per second for 8 seconds, for 8 seconds. Calculate the average velocity.
Sir, 5 meter.
Calculate average velocity.
Sir, 5 meter per second.
बट इसमें स्पीड दिया है, डिस्टेंस नहीं दिया है. An object moving with a velocity of
Okay.
20 meter per second
Samjha.
and with a velocity 30 meter per second for 2 seconds and 8 seconds. Calculate the average velocity.
28 meter per second.
Yes, 28 meter per
28 meter per second. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. 28 meter per second. सबको मिला आंसर?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So sometimes they will give directly the displacement. So we can find out by using this equation: displacement in first, displacement in second, time in first and time in second. That will get the value of average velocity. Now in some situation, they will give velocity and time. Then we have to find out the average velocity. So according to this question, we can say that a particle is, first assume that moving from A to B by a distance, take it as S1, and in a time of, take it as T1, and it is moving with the velocity V1 over here. Then B to C, it is moving with a velocity, take it as V2, and traveling a displacement of, take it as S2, and time is equal to, take it as T2. Now our aim is to find out what about the value of average velocity. Average velocity is total displacement divided by total time. But over here, the value of displacement is not given, but velocity and time is given. So we can use this equation: velocity is equal to displacement by time, or displacement is velocity into time.
Velocity into time.
So instead of this displacement S1, we can write it is V1 into T1 plus displacement in second situation, we can take it as
V2 upon
V2 into T2 into or divided by
T1
T1
plus
plus T2. So velocity in first situation was given as nothing but 20, and
20.
time is given as
8.
2 seconds.
Oh, sorry, 2
so this is 20 plus, and velocity in second situation is given as 30 into time is
8.
given as 8, divided by total time, that
10
we can take it
seconds.
as 2 plus 8, which is equal to 10. So this we can take it as 40 plus 240
240.
divided by 10, or you can take it as 280 divided by 10, or you can write the
28.
answer is equal to 28 meter
Meter
per
per
second. Is it clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Yeah. Our next question. An object is moving with a velocity. An object is moving with a velocity. An object is moving with a velocity 20 meter per second. An object is moving with a velocity 20 meter per second for 80 meter. 20 meter per second for 80 meter. And with a velocity 30 meter per second, and with velocity 30 meter per second for 180 meter. Calculate the value of average velocity.
Sir, 26.
Calculate the value of average velocity.
26 meter per second.
26,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. सबको मिला आंसर?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in this situation, sometimes they will give velocity and distance. Then we have to find out the value of average velocity. So assume that it is moving from A to B with a velocity, take it as V1 and displacement S1 and time T1. And B to C, it is moving with a velocity V2 and displacement S2 and time T2. Now over here in this question, the value of V1 and S1 is given, time is not given. So we can write from the equation for average velocity, which is total displacement divided by total time, which we can take it as T1 divided by T1 plus T2. Now over here, this displacement is given in the question, but time is not given. So from the equation, velocity is equal to displacement by
Time is
time.
equals to velocity
We can write this time as equal to displacement divided by velocity. So you can write displacement in first situation plus displacement in second situation divided by, instead of time, we can write it as displacement in first situation by velocity in first situation plus displacement in second situation by velocity in second situation. Now we can put the value like displacement in first situation was given something like 80 plus displacement in second situation is given as something but 180 divided by displacement in first situation was 80 divided by velocity, we can take it as 20 plus displacement second situation is nothing but 180 divided by that speed, we can take it as nothing but 30. So we can find out what about the value for this. This will be equal to 260 divided by this, we can take it as nothing but 4 plus 6. So that will be equal to 260 divided by 10, or you can write average velocity is 26 meter per second. Is it clear? Any doubt? Okay. Now we can go for next question. Draw next one. A particle is moving with a velocity 20 meter per second. A particle is moving with a velocity 20 meter per second for 20 meter per second for half of its total distance. For half of its total distance. For half of its total distance. And the remaining half with the velocity and remaining half with the velocity and remaining half with the velocity 30 meter per second. Calculate the average velocity. Calculate the average velocity.
25 meter per second.
No.
Sir, 24 meter per second.
Yeah, 24 meter per second.
Sir, same 24.
Sir, 24.
सबको मिला आंसर?
हाँ sir.
So over here, it is given that 20 meter per second for half of the total distance. Assume that it is traveling a distance s with a velocity, take it as v1, and time taken for this is t1. Let's say from A to B. Then it is traveling same distance from B to C. Let's say s and velocity v2 and time is equal to t2. So over here it is given that displacement is same. Now RM is to find out what about the value of average velocity. So you can write this average velocity is equal to total displacement, that is s plus s, divided by total time, that we can take it as t1 plus t2. Now we can write what about the value of over here, the value of displacement is not given, the value of velocity time is not given, only the value of velocity is given, but we know that displacement in both the situations are same. So we can write from the equation velocity is displacement by time, we can write time is equal to displacement by velocity. So we can write s plus s divided by t1 can be written as s divided by v, s divided by v1, and t2 can be written as s divided by v2. Now we can write this is equal to 2s divided by, if you want we can take this s outside, it is 1 by v1 plus 1 divided by v2. So we can cancel this displacement. So we are going to get the final answer as nothing but 2 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 divided by v2 will be the value of its average velocity when it is traveling equal displacements with different velocities. Or you can further simplify it, like if you are taking v1 v2 as LCM, we can write this will be equal to v1 plus v2 divided by v1 v2, or if you want we can write this v1 v2 on the upper side, so this 2 v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Got it? So just remember that when if they are traveling equal displacements with velocities v1 and v2, then the average velocity will be equal to 2 v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. So in this question, the velocities are given 20 and 30. So we can write 2 into 20, 30 divided by 20 plus 30. 20 plus 30. So we can write this will be equal to 2 into 20 into 30 divided by 50. So we can find out the value for it. So we can write this will be equal to nothing but 24 meter per second. Got it? Any doubt?
Sir,
Hello?
sir, it is given that half of the total distance it has traveled in 20 meters per second.
Yes.
So if the total distance is s, the half of it will be s by 2.
Yeah, I took total distance as 2s. So half is s and s.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So you can do it in that way also, it will not make any difference. Like if you're taking total distance as s, so half of this is s by 2, half of this is s by 2. And time will write t1
Yes,
and
sir.
t2. Then what we'll write is total displacement is s by 2 plus s by 2 divided by time, we can write as something but displacement by velocity. So we'll write as s by 2 divided by v1 plus s by 2 divided by v2. Right. So
Yes,
if you are
sir.
taking this s by 2 common over here, this we can write s by 2 into 2. And here also if you are taking s by 2 as common, we'll get as 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. So anyway, this s by 2 and this s by 2 will get cancelled.
Okay,
Ultimately,
okay.
you
Okay.
will get the same equation only.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So you can write in below, tell me.
So can you explain that S1 part again?
Yeah.
S plus S by
Yeah.
T1 by T2.
Yeah. Over here, it is given that particle is moving from one point to another point, and with a velocity, take it as v1, and from B to C with the velocity v2. But over here, the condition is given that it is traveling half of the distance. Means we can say that distance traveled in the first situation and distance traveled in the second situation are same. Is it clear?
Yeah.
And they are not mentioned what about the value of displacement. We know only the value of velocity. And even we don't know the value of time. So we just take it as time is equal to t1 and B2C time is equal to t2. But we know that a first case ka displacement or second case ka displacement same. Now RM is to find out what about the value of average velocity. So we'll write this total displacement, that is displacement in first situation plus displacement in second situation divided by total time, that is t1 plus t2. Now from this equation, velocity is displacement by time. We can write time is displacement by velocity. So instead of this t1, we can write s1, which is s divided by v1, plus t2 can be written as s divided by v2. Yes, my.
Yeah.
Now we can write s plus s is nothing but 2s. Now we can take on denominator we can take s outside. So the remaining thing is 1 by v1 plus 1 divided by v2. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
So we can cancel this s. So we'll get the final answer as 2 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2. Now if you want, we can take this v1 v2 as LCM. So we can write this 2 divided by v2 plus v1 divided by v1 v2. If you want, we can write this v1 v2 on the like numerator. So it is 2 v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Got it?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Got it.
So you can just write it like knots down. If particle is traveling, if particle is traveling equal displacements with velocity v1 and v2 then average velocity, we can write v average will be equal to 2 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 divided by v2, or you can write 2 v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. Okay.
Sir,
Yeah.
in the exam, like in NEET or JEE, the derivations of formulas are asked.
No, derivations of formula will not come, but without knowing the derivations of formula, we will not be able to solve the question.
Okay, sir.
पे बेस्ड है.
या उसका मतलब अभी देखो 10 तक कैसा था कि आपको कुछ इक्वेशन है, अगर उसमें वैल्यू देगा, like if there is an equation c is equal to a into b divided by e, and आपको अगर इक्वेशन मालूम है और a का वैल्यू b का वैल्यू और e का वैल्यू देगा, वो पुट करेगा तो आंसर मिलेगा, ठीक है? बट जेईई मेंस और नीट में ऐसा फॉर्मेट में वो नहीं चलता है. दे विल मेक सम चेंजेस ऑन इट सो दैट आपको अगर इक्वेशन सब इक्वेशन पता है तो भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं कर पाएगा until and unless you don't know how we are derived that equation, how that equations are coming.
Okay.
Because they in question they are going to make some changes on the derived part. कैसे वो इक्वेशन लेके आया था वो पाथ में कुछ चेंजेस करेगा, ठीक है? So you should know what is exactly happening over there. Like you know the equation for vector addition, a vector plus b vector, we know that under root of a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. अगर आप इसको आपको इक्वेशन वो पता है, ओनली आपको इक्वेशन पता है, तो वेक्टर में कोई भी सम सॉल्व नहीं कर पाएगा. Right? In question they are not asking that. They are asking that, but they are asking in different way.
Okay.
Right. So we should know every equation, how that equation is derived. We should know the reason for it. Then only we'll be able to solve the question. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
और सर इन
Now,
एडवांस
same. Advanced में उसका application level और थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है. Now, in the like suppose instead of 2 velocities, suppose 3 velocities given. Let's say it is traveling equal displacement with velocities. Let's say v1, v2, and v3. So what will be the equation?
सर v1
अगर v1, v2 और v3 दिया है, तो what will be the equation for average velocity?
3 into v1 into v2 into v3 upon v1 plus v2 plus v3.
Is it correct? ये सही है?
Yes.
Yes.
सोच के बोलो. Is it correct?
No, sir.
No.
LCM would be different.
Yeah. So equation becomes.
Denominator.
Equation कैसे आएगा? V average will be equal to 3 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3. And if I am taking v1, v2, v3 as LCM, so what we will get? If I am taking v1, v2, v3 as LCM, over here I am going to get v2, v3. plus v1 v3 plus v1 v2. समझा? So equation क्या हो जाएगा? 3 into v1 v2 v3 divided by v2 v3 plus v1 v3 plus v1 v2 हो जाएगा. समझा? तो ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन आएगा तो गलती से भी आंसर नहीं लिखना है, ऐसा नहीं रहेगा. We should write it in terms of like 3 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3. समझ में आया?
हाँ.
So write down. So लिखो. Write down. If particle is moving with a, if particle is traveling equal displacement, if particle is traveling with equal displacement, if particle is traveling equal displacement, if particle is traveling equal displacement with velocities v1, v2, v3, v4, etc. to vn, then what is the equation for average velocity? अगर n number of terms दिया है तो क्या आएगा? n divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3
1
plus
by
etc. to 1 by vn. Okay, so you should use this equation. अगर n velocity 2 दिया तो 2 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2, 3 दिया तो 3 divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3. अगर ऐसा n terms दिया है, बोलो बेटा.
Can you scroll it upside, upper side?
Yeah. So if n number of velocities are given, right, you should use this particular equation if displacement is given same.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Then write down next question. Next question. If an object is moving with the velocity, if an object is moving with the velocity, if an object is moving with the velocity 20 meter per second for half of its total time and remaining half of time with the velocity 30 meter per second. Calculate average velocity. Calculate average velocity.
Sir, 25.
25. Yeah.
Sir, 24.
No. Time same दिया बेटा इधर, not displacement.
Oh, ठीक है. फिर 25.
25. Yeah.
25.
Yes. Over here time same दिया है तो आप T1 and T2 को T ले लो. Okay. And write displacement in terms of velocity and time. सबको मिला आंसर? So in this situation it is given that A to B, assume that displacement is S1 and it is taking a time T, and B to C displacement is S2 and time is T. Time same है both the part में. And when the first situation is moving with the velocity V1 and second case it is moving with the velocity V2. And our aim is to find out what about the value of average velocity. So we can write the value of average velocity as equal to total displacement S1 plus S2 divided by total time, that we can take it as T1 plus T2. Now over here time is given same, displacement is not given, so we can write displacement in terms of velocity. So from that equation, velocity is displacement by time. We can write displacement is velocity into time. So displacement in first situation can be written as v1 into t plus displacement in second situation we can take it as v2 into t divided by time in both the situations are same. So we can take it as t plus t. So we can write this v1 plus v2 into t divided by 2t, or you can cancel this t. So we'll get the final answer is v1 plus v2 divided by 2. So according to the given question, one velocity is given as 20, second one is given as 30 divided by 2, 50 by 2, or you can take it as 25 meter per second. Is that clear?
Yes.
So when time is given same, we can use this equation v1 plus v2 divided by 2, same as like normal average value. Okay? So we can just note down this one, write down. If particle is moving with velocities v1 and v2, if particle is moving with velocities v1 and v2 in same duration of time, moving with velocities v1 and v2 in same duration of time, if particle is moving with velocities v1 and v2 in same duration of time, then the value of average velocity is equal to v1 plus v2 divided by 2. v1 plus v2 divided by 2.
Sir, can you repeat it again?
If particle is moving with velocities v1 and v2 in same duration of time, in same duration of time, then average velocity becomes v1 plus v2 by 2. So if there are three velocities, what will be the equation? If there are velocities v1, v2 and v3, so what will be the equation for
V1
average
plus
velocity?
V2 plus V3 upon 3.
Yeah, that becomes v1 plus v2 plus v3 divided by 3 if it is traveling with velocities v1, v2 and v3 for same time. Suppose if there are n number of velocities like v1, v2, v3, etc. to vn. So what about the value of average velocity?
V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus Vn upon n.
Yes.
Yeah, v1 plus v2 plus v3 etc. to vn divided by n. Okay, so write down this one. Write down this part. If a particle is moving with velocities, if a particle is moving with velocities v1, v2, v3 etc. to vn in same duration of time, then average velocity becomes v1 plus v2 plus v3 plus vn, v1 plus v2 plus v3 plus etc. to vn divided by n. That will give the value of v average. So just remember these formulas. Displacement same है तो formula क्या है? Time same है तो formula क्या है? Displacement same है तो formula होगा n divided by 1 by v1 plus 1 by v2 plus 1 by v3 plus etc. to 1 by vn. Time same है तो the equation become v1 plus v2 plus v3 etc. to vn by n. So these are the different possible situations they may ask related to this velocity, average velocity. हो गया, लिख दिया?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we'll go to the next topic, which is nothing but acceleration. So you might have a basic idea about acceleration. Acceleration is basically nothing but a rate of change of velocity. So in general, we'll write acceleration is nothing but a rate of change of velocity. So whenever there is a change in velocity divided by time taken for that change, we'll get the value of acceleration. Or you can write this acceleration is equal to nothing but change in velocity divided by time. Now just remember that velocity is a vector quantity. So we can change the velocity either by changing its magnitude or by changing its direction or by changing both. मतलब only magnitude change हो गया तो भी velocity change होता है, only direction change हो गया तो भी velocity change होता है, and both change हो गया तो भी velocity change हो सकता है. So whenever there is a change in magnitude, direction or both, there will be some acceleration. अगर velocity change नहीं हो रहा है तो acceleration नहीं रहता है. Now here also we'll find out acceleration in different situations, like now what is a normal equation for acceleration, what is the instantaneous value of acceleration, and what is the average value of acceleration. Now change in velocity means it is nothing but final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. And just remember that we should always go for final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. You should go for vector subtraction rule. We cannot just go for their magnitude. There is not magnitude of final velocity minus magnitude of initial velocity by time. It is final velocity vector, which is represented by v vector. I think you know that. And initial velocity represented by u vector divided by time. That will give the value of this acceleration vector. And acceleration is also a vector quantity. And what about and we discussed that whenever we are talking about a vector quantity, we should know how to find out the direction of this acceleration. So what about the direction of acceleration? What about the direction of acceleration?
Sir, unit vector of v minus u the whole.
Yeah. So direction of acceleration is along the direction of final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector. Or you can write this in the direction of change in velocity. So direction of acceleration is in the direction of v vector minus u vector. Okay. तो final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector करके हमको एक resultant vector मिलेगा. That resultant vector is going to give the direction of that acceleration vector. Okay. So that means, like, assume that we are having a initial velocity vector u along this direction and a final velocity vector v along this direction. So if you like to find out the direction of acceleration, we should go for v vector minus this u vector. And we know that v vector minus u vector is v vector plus u vector. So we can write our acceleration vector will be equal to v vector plus minus of u vector. So this will give the direction of acceleration. So just remember that always we should go for vector subtraction method to find out the direction of acceleration. Okay. So just write down this basic things from the heading acceleration. Then you can write the first point. It is the rate of change of velocity. It is the rate of change of velocity. Then you can write acceleration is equal to represented by a vector. It is change in velocity divided by time. And change in velocity means it is final velocity, which is represented by v vector, minus initial velocity represented by u vector divided by time t. Then you can write acceleration is a vector quantity. Acceleration is a vector quantity acceleration is a vector quantity and the direction of acceleration is in the direction of change in velocity, not in the direction of velocity, but in the direction of change in velocity. Acceleration is a vector quantity and it is in the direction of change in velocity. Okay. Yeah. So just remember that we can use this equation. Acceleration is equal to nothing but v vector minus u vector divided by t. Just remember that this equation is valid only when this acceleration is equal to a constant. अगर acceleration constant नहीं है, तो we cannot use this equation. Same as like we can use velocity is displacement by time only when velocity is equal to a constant. अगर if acceleration is not a constant, then we'll go for its instantaneous value or average value. We'll discuss about that. Okay. So on bracket you can mention that this equation is valid only when acceleration is equal to a constant. Now just remember that by the word acceleration, you might be thinking that below.
Sir, what if the speed is constant, velocity is constant?
Then acceleration is 0.
Then you can use this equation.
Yeah, we can use that equation.
Okay.
Acceleration 0 means acceleration is constant, right?
Okay.
So acceleration should not be a variable. Means अलग-अलग time में acceleration अलग-अलग नहीं होना चाहिए.
Okay.
Now we'll discuss about just by using this word acceleration, you might be feeling that acceleration means increasing speed and deceleration means decrease in speed. That's not like that. Acceleration means there is a change in velocity. Okay, not change in speed basically. So, and we know that you might be studied about acceleration and deceleration, right? Or positive acceleration, or it is normally we'll call it as acceleration, and negative acceleration, or it is known as something but deceleration. So we'll discuss what is the difference between this positive acceleration and negative acceleration or this deceleration. So just remember that a positive acceleration, it doesn't mean that speed of particle is always increasing, and a negative acceleration or a deceleration, it doesn't mean that speed of particle is always decreasing. Positive acceleration represents that there is an increase in speed of particle in the positive direction or decrease in speed of particle along the negative direction. Both are representing positive acceleration. So we'll take some examples, numerical example, then we'll come to know that what is this. So like if you are already fixing that, whenever we are start solving a question, we'll normally fix one particular direction as positive. So over here I'm fixing towards right as positive and towards left as nothing but negative. Now assume that there is a particle which is moving towards right with a speed of 10 meter per second, and after some times, let's say when time is equal to 0 and when time is equal to 2 seconds, उसका जो velocity है वो increase करके 20 meter per second पे आ गया. Now it is moving with the velocity 20 meter per second. Now our aim is to find out what about the value of its acceleration. So in this situation, if you are using that equation, acceleration is equal to v vector minus u vector divided by time. So final velocity vector is 20 and it is towards right. So I'm taking it as positive, plus 20 minus initial velocity vector is also positive because it is towards right. So you can take it as plus 10 divided by time taken is 2. So I'll get the answer as nothing but 20 minus 10, that is 10 divided by 2. Or you can write the acceleration is plus 5 meter per second square. Got it? So it indicates that the velocity of particle is going to increase by a factor 5 meter per second in every second. So when time is equal to 0, velocity was 10. And when time is equal to 1 second, it is going to be 15. When time is equal to 2 seconds, it is going to be 20 meter per second if it is having a uniform acceleration of +5. So over here, you can observe that this acceleration is positive. So positive acceleration indicates that speed of particle is increasing. अब इधर देख सकता है particle का speed increase हो गया. Speed of particle is increasing along the positive direction. So that is the meaning of positive acceleration. Same thing, if the speed of particle is decreasing along the negative direction, that is also considered as a positive acceleration. That means if you are considering that there is a particle which is moving towards left with a speed of 20 meter per second when t is equal to 0, and when time is equal to, let's say, 2 seconds, its velocity becomes equal to, let's say, 10 meter per second. So we can say that speed of particle is decreasing, but not along the positive direction, but along the negative direction. So over here, if I am finding out the value of acceleration by using that equation v vector minus u vector divided by t, so velocity vector is, velocity is along the negative direction. So we should take it as it is minus 10 minus initial velocity is 20, which is also in the negative direction. So we should write minus of minus 20 divided by time, that we can take it as 2. So over here we'll get as this minus 10 plus 20 divided by 2, or you can get as plus 10 divided by 2, or we'll get the answer as plus 5 meter per second. So you can observe that in this situation, actually speed is decreasing, but the acceleration is positive. Over here, speed is increasing and acceleration is positive. So positive acceleration doesn't mean that speed is increasing. So positive acceleration means there is an increase in speed along the positive direction or a decrease in speed along the negative direction. Both are representing positive acceleration. Is it clear? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. So just write down this one. Increase in speed along the positive direction. Down. Increase in speed. Increase in speed along the positive direction. Along the positive direction. Or decrease in speed, or decrease in speed, or decrease in speed along the negative direction, along the negative direction, negative direction represents positive acceleration. Represents positive acceleration.
Sir, in this definition, instead of speed, there should be velocity now.
No. Speed only. वेलोसिटी में डायरेक्शन भी आ जाता है, ठीक है? तो इधर हमने डायरेक्शन के लिए ऑलरेडी पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन, नेगेटिव डायरेक्शन लिखा है ऑलरेडी इसमें.
Sir, in the previous question, I mean example, if we take initial velocity is equals to -5, then what will be the acceleration?
Initial velocity is
-5.
Like in this situation.
Yes.
So initial velocity was -5 and its magnitude is increasing, like speed 5 to 10 में हो गया. So speed is increasing along the negative direction, then acceleration becomes negative, not positive.
Okay.
तभी just remember what do you mean by positive acceleration? Positive acceleration means speed बढ़ रहा है positive direction में. Negative acceleration means speed कम हो रहा है, sorry, positive और speed कम हो रहा है negative direction में. So increase in speed along the positive direction or decrease in speed along the negative direction represents positive acceleration. So you can write next one, what is negative acceleration or deceleration? So bolo, what is negative acceleration or deceleration kya rahega?
Decrease in speed along the positive direction or increase in speed along the negative direction is represented as negative acceleration or deceleration.
Yeah, exactly. So here you can write negative acceleration or deceleration means, like assume that a particle was moving towards right and already we are taking right as positive. Let's say its velocity was 20 meter per second when time is equal to 0 and वो speed decrease करके 10 meter per second पे आ गया when the value of time is equal to, let's say, 2 seconds. So here if you are finding out the value of acceleration by using that equation, final velocity vector minus initial velocity vector by time. Final velocity is 10 minus initial velocity is 20 divided by time is 2. So we'll get the answer as something but minus 5
meter per second square.
So over here you can observe that about the magnitude, पहले 20 था, अभी 10 हो गया. तो magnitude कम हो रहा है along the positive direction. So the acceleration becomes negative. Or you can write it is nothing but the increasing speed along the negative direction. So assume that particle is moving towards left and its velocity was let's say 10 meter per second and its speed increase करके 20 meter per second में हो गया, but it is moving along the towards left. So over here and in a time of, let's say, 2 seconds. So we can write the value of acceleration, which is v vector minus u vector divided by t. So this v vector is something but minus 20 minus u vector is something but minus 10 minus 20 minus minus 10 divided by time taken, we can take it as 2. So it becomes minus 20 plus 10 divided by 2, or you can take it as minus 5 meter per second square, right? So remember, what do you mean by negative acceleration or deceleration? It means there is a decrease in speed along the negative direction or increase in speed along the decrease in speed along the positive direction or increasing speed along the negative direction. Here we go down. Decrease in speed along the positive direction or increase in speed along the negative direction represents negative acceleration. Represents negative acceleration.
So then what is retardation?
Same, retardation and deceleration or negative acceleration all are same.
Okay.
Negative acceleration, deceleration or retardation. All are basically representing the same thing only. Okay. Now, same as like velocity, we'll discuss if acceleration is not equal to a constant, then we can calculate the instantaneous acceleration or we can go for the average value of acceleration. So I'll discuss what do you mean by this instantaneous acceleration. So instantaneous velocity, we wrote it as ds divided by t. Same as like this instantaneous acceleration, we can take it as change in velocity by change in time. So change in velocity or small change in velocity can be represented as dv divided by time, we can take it as dt. So this will give the value of instantaneous acceleration, or you can say that If we are differentiating velocity with respect to time, we'll get the value of acceleration. Got it? So if velocity as a function of time is given, and if we are differentiating velocity with respect to time, we'll get the value of acceleration. Like as an example, suppose velocity is given as nothing but 5t square. And means velocities keep on changing with respect to time according to this equation. And if you'd like to find out the value of acceleration, we can go for dv divided by dt. So if you're differentiating this with respect to time, we'll get us nothing but 10t. So that will give the value of acceleration. When t is equal to 0, acceleration is 0, t is equal to 1, acceleration is 10, like that. So just remember how we'll find out the value of instantaneous acceleration, that is differentiation of velocity with respect to time.
Sir, how
So-
you got 10t?
T square का differentiation 2t है ना बेटा?
Achha, okay.
Normal differentiation.
Sir, I thought it was 5 plus t. So,
No, 5t square. Okay. Yeah. So, and one more equation by using which we can find out the value of this acceleration is, like acceleration is dv divided by dt. Now, if I am multiplying this equation with ds and dividing by ds, okay, so I can just rearrange this equation as something but dv divided by ds, ये जो form term है मैंने एक साथ लिखा है, and this ds by dt. What is ds by dt? Into ds by dt लिख सकता है. What is ds by dt? V, velocity. So we can write this acceleration is equal to v into dv divided by ds. This is another equation. So normally we'll use this equation when velocity is given as a function of displacement. अगर velocity as a function of time दिया है, तो we'll write a is equal to ds by dt. Means अगर question में ऐसा, yeah, I'll write all these things. Now just remember that if acceleration, if velocity is given as a function of time, मतलब ऐसा दिया है v is equal to 3t square plus 2t. The velocity as a function of t is there. Then we'll find out acceleration by using this equation dv by dt. अगर velocity as a function of displacement दिया है, like 3s square plus 2s, then we'll go for this equation a is equal to v into dv divided by ds. We'll differentiate v with respect to s. Depends upon how they are given the equation. So these are important formulas. Once again, just remember that acceleration can be written as, or instantaneous value of acceleration can be written as dv divided by dt. Means change in rate of change of velocity, dv by dt. Now we can write this a is equal to, if you are multiplying this dv by dt into ds and divided by ds, so we can write this is equal to a into this ds by dt is v, so we can write as v dv divided by ds. So these are the two main equations that we are using to find out the value of acceleration when velocity is given as a function of time or velocity is given as a function of displacement. We'll use this equation when velocity is given as a function of time, and we'll use this equation when velocity is given as a function of displacement. So just write down these equations. Turn the heading, write down the write down like this.
Sir,
If
can you give us some questions?
Yeah, if acceleration is not equal to a constant, you can write if acceleration is not equal to a constant, we can calculate instantaneous acceleration.
Sir, can you explain the second equation again?
Yeah, we can calculate instantaneous acceleration.
Sir, why you have wrote ds upon ds?
To write in terms of like velocity and displacement.
Sir, in the second formula, a is equal to v dv.
A is equal to v into dv by ds. Velocity into differentiation of velocity with respect to displacement.
Okay, sir.
we'll do some questions based on this application of differentiation. Yeah, we'll come to know that what is these things basically. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we are saying is, if acceleration is not a constant, we can write instantaneous value of acceleration is rate of change of velocity. So a small change in velocity dv and a small duration of time dt. So acceleration ko dv by dt le sakta hai. So in question, sometimes they will give the value of velocity as a function of time. Velocity change kar raha hai time ke sath. ऐसा एक relation दे सकता है. Then we'll use this equation. Sometimes they will give the change in velocity as a function of displacement. Then we can write the same equation with respect to displacement. For that purpose, we are just multiplying it with ds and dividing by ds, so that do not make any difference to this acceleration. Now this ds by dt and this term we can write as ds. ds by dt is nothing but velocity. So we can write as v into dv divided by ds. So these are the two equations that we are using for the calculation of instantaneous acceleration. वो calculation में कैसे use करना है, that we'll discuss with some numerical questions. Okay. Now, if the acceleration is not a constant, we discussed that either we can go for instantaneous value or average value. So next part we'll discuss what is average acceleration. So you can write this average acceleration is nothing but the same as like velocity. We'll write this final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. In between that particle may have different velocities. We'll not observe that. What about the velocity at the final stage? So we'll just go for final velocity minus what about the value of initial velocity divided by time. That will give the value of its average acceleration. Okay. So we'll not consider what is happening in between that. A particle इधर से start किया है. And let's say it is having some velocity v1, and in between that particle is having some different velocities. We are not bothered about that. And let's say it is having a final velocity v2. So we'll just go for final velocity minus initial velocity divided by what about the value of time taken for this. That will give the value of average velocity, or sorry, average acceleration. So start on this one. Average acceleration. Average acceleration you can write v average a average is equal to v vector minus u vector divided by t, final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, done.
Yeah. Now, just remember that by using this like average acceleration or instantaneous acceleration or the value of normal acceleration, we can find out the value of acceleration of particle with respect to the situation. And you might have studied a situation when acceleration is equal to a constant. Then for the calculation of displacement via velocity, normally we'll use equations of motion. And just remember that equations of motions is valid only when acceleration is constant. So we'll use this equations of motion. And you already studied these things in 10th class, right? So first equation of motion, V is equal to
U plus 80.
U plus 80.
U plus 8.
That, yeah, just remember that all these things are, now we'll take it in vector form. Means V vector is equal to U vector plus A and A vector into T. And second equation is that S is equal to
ut plus half
plus
at square.
half AT square.
half at square. So over here, displacement vector is initial velocity vector into time plus half into acceleration vector into t square. So we should write all the things in vector form now. And final, next equation is
V square equal to
U square is
2a.
equal to u square plus 2s. Yeah, v square minus u square is equal to 2s. And here also all these things becomes vector quantities. So these are the main three equations of motion. And along with that, we are adding one more equation, which is known as displacement in the nth second. Okay. So you need to remember one more equation, that is displacement in the nth second. Displacement in the nth second. So which is normally represented by Sn, which is equal to nothing but u plus a into n minus half. You can just write down these equations. Now we'll discuss what is this displacement in the nth second. Just write down these equations. And just remember these are valid only when acceleration is equal to a constant.
So is there no vector symbol on top of the v square and u square?
Yeah, yes, definitely it will have.
There is, right? Okay.
Yeah, yes.
So can you derive these equations?
Yeah, we are going to derive it.
Sir, what have you written in the last formula, that is Sn vector is equal to
U
A.
vector
U.
a into n minus half.
Okay, sir.
U plus a into n minus half. Okay.
Sir, done.
Yeah. Now discuss what do you mean by this displacement in the nth second. You might have an idea about other things, but we'll discuss what is this displacement in the nth second. So displacement in nth second. Displacement in the nth second represents that. Assume that if a particle is starting from point A, so this is the time is equal to 0. So when time is equal to 0, particle point A pe tha, and particle move from A to B in a time of, let's say, 1 second. So A to B is a distance traveled by the particle in the first second. 0 to 1 is known as first second. And from B to C, it is traveling in a time of 1 second to 2 seconds. So this is known as nothing but second. तो ये हो गया B to C is a displacement in second. Same as like C to D, it is traveling from time is equal to 2 to time is equal to 3. So this is known as nothing but a third second. So displacement, this A to B is known as displacement in the first second. B to C is known as displacement in second. And C to D is known as displacement in the third second. So I have. So displacement in 3 second and displacement in third second are different. तो अगर क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिया है डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन 3 seconds, फाइंड आउट द डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन 3 seconds. तो डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन 3 seconds means it is a total distance from 0 to 3. So this is known as displacement in 3 seconds. The same time, if they are asking displacement in the 3rd second, that is nothing but displacement from t is equal to 2 to t is equal to 3. So this is known as displacement in the 3rd second. So what is the difference between displacement in nth second and displacement in n second? समझ में आया बात?
Yes.
Can you explain it again?
Yeah, like if a particle is traveling different times, like if a particle is moving from here to here, तो A to B travel किया है, B to C travel किया है, C to D, D to E, E to F, like that. Okay. Now if you are considering the time, when time is equal to 0, particle point A पे था, time is equal to 1 में B पे आ गया, 2 में C पे आ गया, 3 में D पे आ गया, like that, 4, 5, 6, 7. So displacement in the 5th second. Displacement in 5th second means what about the distance traveled by the particle when time is equal to 4 seconds to time is equal to 5 seconds. So this is known as displacement in the 5th second. समझ में आ बात? So this is known as displacement in the 1st second. This is displacement in 2nd second. This is displacement in the 3rd second. This is displacement in the 4th second. This is displacement in the 5th second. This is displacement in the 6th second, like that. समझ में आ बात? So question में displacement in 6 seconds दिया है. Displacement in 6 seconds means 0 से लेके 6 तक कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया है उसको बोलता है डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन 6 सेकंड. नाउ इफ दे आर आस्किंग व्हाट इज अ डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन द 6th सेकंड, दैट मींस 5 to 6 के बीच में कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया है, दैट इज डिस्प्लेसमेंट इन द 6th सेकंड. समझ में डिफरेंस क्या है? नाउ we can just write it something like this. Displacement in the nth second means displacement in the nth second means like a particle is moving and we consider a situation, let's say time is equal to n minus 1 over here and when time is equal to n over here. So what about the distance traveled from n minus 1 to n is known as displacement in the nth second. Is it clear? Because displacement in 6th second means displacement from 5 to 6. So 6 minus 1, 5, 5 to 6. So displacement in nth second means displacement in n minus 1 second and 2 displacement in n second. Is it clear?
So can you repeat?
Yes, sir. Can you repeat this again? Nth second.
Displacement in 5th second means displacement from 4 second to 5 second. Is it clear? ये समझा?
Yes, sir.
When time is equal to 4 to time is equal to 5 के बीच में कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया है, which is known as displacement in the 5th second. So same as like that, if I am writing displacement in the nth second, if I am writing displacement in the nth second means distance travel from n minus 1 second to n second. 5th means 4 to 5. 6th means 5 to 6. So nth means n minus 1 to n. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
समझ में आया या फिर से एक्सप्लेन
Yeah.
करना है? समझ में आया कि नहीं?
So can you take some examples?
Yeah, we'll take some example. ये समझ में आया? मतलब 11th second means 10th seconds का starting से लेके 11 second का मतलब 11 second का starting तक का जो displacement है, that is known as displacement in the 10th second. Sorry, 11th second. समझा?
Yes, sir.
0 to 1 first, 1 to 2 second, 2 to 3 third, 3 to 4 fourth, ऐसा समझा?
Yeah, got. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
nth
Yes.
means n minus 1 to n. So just our aim is to find out what about the value of displacement in nth second. So we can just consider it like this: a particle starting from here with a uniform acceleration, let's say a, and its initial velocity was u, and it reached a point over here when time is equal to n minus 1 second, and it reached a point over here when time is equal to n second. So n minus 1 second से लेके n second तक ये कितना distance travel किया है, which is known as displacement in the nth second. And our aim is to find out what about the value of this displacement in the nth second. So we can write it like this: displacement in nth second is displacement in n second. Displacement in n second मतलब 0 से लेके n तक कितना distance travel किया है, minus displacement in n minus 1 second. Displacement in n minus 1 second. Is it clear?
Yes.
So displacement in 7th second means displacement in 7 second minus displacement in 6 second. Because displacement 7th means 6 to 7 कितना travel किया है. So 0 to 7 minus 0 to 6 will get displacement in the 7th second. Same thing. Displacement in nth second is displacement in n second minus displacement in n minus 1 second. Okay. And displacement in n second का equation हमको already पता है. Means displacement as a function of time हमको पता है. S is equal to ut plus half a t square. We know that equation. So displacement in a time of n second, displacement in n second will be equal to initial velocity, we can take it as u, and time we are taking it as n, plus half into acceleration we are taking it as a, and time we are taking it as n. So u plus a un plus half into a into n square. Now we can find out what is displacement in n minus 1 second. Now instead of n we can put n minus 1. So it is u into n minus 1 plus half into a into n minus 1 the whole square. Is it clear? हमने क्या किया समझा? Time का जगह पे n और n minus 1 put किया. So we can write our aim is to find out displacement in the nth second, which is displacement in n second minus displacement in n minus 1 second. Now we can put these values over here. So displacement in n second is un plus half into a into n square minus displacement in n minus 1 second is u into n minus 1. I'm just expanding this. So un minus u plus half into a into n minus 1 the whole square, which can be written as nothing but n square plus 1 square minus 2n into 1. Got it? So we can write this is equal to nothing but un plus half into a into n square minus un minus plus u, and you can write as minus half into a into n square, and this minus a divided by 2, and you can write this is plus a into n. ये समझ में आया क्या? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Sir,
Okay. Yeah, बोलो.
sir, what you have done in that n square plus 1 minus 2n?
n minus 1 the whole square. No, n minus 1 the whole square.
Okay, okay.
फिर हमने ब्रैकेट को ओपन किया. ठीक है? समझ में आया स्टेप? या और
Yes, sir.
करके लिखना है. So we can observe that this un and this minus un get cancelled. This half a n square and this minus half a n square get cancelled. Now we can observe what about the remaining part. So displacement in the nth second is equal to a हो जाएगा u over here minus a divided by 2 is there plus a into n is there. So we can take this u and we can take this plus a. I'm just taking it as common. So remaining thing is 1 is plus n and minus 1 by 2. That's why we are writing displacement in the nth second is equal to u plus n, u plus a into n minus half. Is it clear?
Yes.
So just write down this one. Can write down displacement in the nth second is displacement in the nth second is equal to displacement in the nth second is equal to displacement in n second minus displacement in n minus 1 second.
Sir, can you please repeat?
Displacement in nth second is equal to displacement in n second minus displacement in n minus 1 second.
Sir, hello.
क्या बोलो?
Sir, in that step, is there a bracket before n square? Sir, the un minus u plus half a, that one.
un minus half a.
Yes, sir, is that a हाँ वो
yes 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 yes.
सर तो उसका एंड किधर है?
एंड इधर.
अच्छा
ये पूरा है.
थैंक यू. हाँ
हो गया?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Just a second, sir.
सर इससे बेस कुछ क्वेश्चन भी दो.
Sir, done.
Okay. So basically, for solving questions, you should remember these equations and just remember that these equations are जो भी equations of motion लिखा है, this is valid only when the particle is moving with a constant acceleration. Otherwise, if the particle is not moving with a constant acceleration, then we cannot use such equations. Okay, so just remember about that part. And just take care about that differential equations also, like velocity can be written as nothing but ds divided by dt. That is first differential equation, and second one is a is equal to nothing but v dv divided by ds. So this is second differential equations, and one more equation is a is equal to dv divided by dt. So normally we'll use these equations if there is a non-uniform velocity. Okay, so I'll send some questions related to this motion in one dimension and this equations of motion. And first अब जो नीट का पेपर भी मैं भेजा है आईआईटी ग्रुप में, और नीट आईआईटी का ग्रुप में नीट का पेपर और नीट का ग्रुप में आईआईटी का भी पेपर भेजा है, ठीक है। तो लास्ट जो वेक्टर्स में जो क्वेश्चन उसमें पूछा है उसका भी सॉल्व करना है, और नेक्स्ट क्लास में हम उसका डाउट भी डिस्कस करेंगे। ओके, थैंक यू।
Thank you, sir.